that all the kids?
No, they're not even in yet.
Okay.
I think it's one, so I don't see it yet.
Now I can go?
Wait till. Yeah, you can go.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing. And gentlemen, please remove your caps during the presentation of the colors by Woodlawn High School's Navy JROTC. Ms. Raven Horsey, Vice President of the Class of 2018, will then lead us in the recitation of the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by the singing of our national anthem.
And that's like this. No. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. As we begin our graduation ceremony, I would like to introduce you to our guests. On stage this morning, we are thrilled to be joined by the Honorable Mr. Nicholas J. Stewart, Esquire, a representative of the Baltimore County Board of Education. Our Baltimore County Public School System Interim Superintendent, Ms. Verlita White. Along with Dr. Mary McComas, Interim Chief Academic Officer. Next, we have Community Superintendent for Zone 4, Dr. Penelope Martin Knox. Executive Director for Zone 4, Dr. Nardis King. Executive Director for Zone 4 Elementary, Ms. Karen Blannard. Representing the central office, we have Mr. Michael Dickerson, Chief of Staff. We are also joined by the Honorable Councilman Julian Jones and the Honorable Councilman, Mr. Tom Quirk. Also on stage this afternoon is Woodlawn High School's principal, Ms. Georgina A. And assistant principals, Ms. Madeline Bozile, Mr. Kelly Barr, and Mr. Theron Washington. We have with us today the 12th grade counselor, Mr. Brian Stewart. We would also like to recognize the advisors for the class of 2018, Mrs. Allison Leitner, Mrs. Angela Pope, and Mrs. Monica Reed. If there are any other members of the legislature here, please stand to be recognized. Sustained academic success is something that many of our graduates have experienced. Achieving the rank of #1 and #2 in your graduating class is exceptional. I would like to recognize and applaud our class valedictorian, Charles Demery, and the class salutatorian, Pierre St. Louis. At this time, I would like to welcome the valedictorian, Charles Demery, to share a few words of wisdom.
Hello, my fellow students, family members, teachers, and friends who have joined us here today to help celebrate the next step in our journey. I would like to thank the various staff at Woodlawn that have worked there for the 4 years I have been attending, as we appreciate the time and energy you use to help us, whether it involve understanding a lesson or just sorting out what classes we be taking. I would also like to thank our parents, as you played a big part in who we are and helped us through the various struggles we've encountered and supported the interests we chose to pursue. Today is a day to celebrate, as it officializes that everyone here has made it through 12 years of school and has come up on top. Whether we prove people right or wrong, when we said we will graduate, we were leaving here with a diploma in hand. I know that we'll all use this diploma in different ways. In fact, I know some probably won't use it at all, but that's okay, because we all come from different places that inspire different challenges and shapes different goals for each of us. But that difference doesn't separate us, because we share one trait that unifies us all: the desire to succeed. Our definition of success might not be the same, but they do mean the same thing. You all want to be happy with what we do and how we do it, and we deserve the chance to find our own way. Because no matter what path we choose, as long as it can bring success in our eyes, help us be the best we can be, and even provide for others, I think we can all agree that is the correct path. Now, our path will be filled with challenges, and we will make mistakes, and in some cases, fail. But it's important that we don't let that stop us. Because just remember, failure is not an option. We learn from what went wrong, and we move on. We can't let the challenges life puts before us prevent us from enjoying prosperity. We can't win unless we stay and play the game, because everyone here will succeed in their own way. I know our entire class will reach our full potential and change the world in some meaningful way. The future is what we make it, so remember to make something great. As we leave this afternoon with gratitude for our experiences, and opportunities. We know this day commences what of great things for us and our families. Thank you.
Thank you, Charles. Next, I would like to welcome Pierre St. Louis to share a few words.
When I look at this class, I see the future of the world. Aristotle once said, "The roots of education are bitter, but the fruit is sweet." Well, after reading this quote, the first thought I had in mind was our journey here, and how all of us choose to elevate and transform ourselves through the education system. We took the time to reflect on ourselves, evaluating ourselves, and performing a deep analysis on ourselves to discover who we are and who will we become. The process wasn't easy. No one said it was going to be a journey where obstacles are not encountered. Let me share with you some of the most important traits of mine. One of the most important things in my life, was my desire to elevate. How I went from a young and troubled Haitian boy to a young man whose motives are to find the path of success. It was the moment I had discovered my why. Why did I want to elevate? Why did I want to succeed? Why did I want to work harder? Why did I do it? Well, I came to the realization that education is the most powerful weapon which I can utilize to change the world, and so can you. I knew if my why wasn't big enough, I wasn't going to persevere. Here's my advice to the class of 2018. My advice is that as we are preparing to take on life and our successes, think of your why. Think of who you're doing it for and who's depending on you as of this moment, as of right now. Think of what you must prove to the naysayers that are observing. Continue to think of your why until the success you're expecting lies on your lap and more success and blessing comes along. Here's a piece of my high school experience. I remember my junior year and everything that occurred in it vividly. I remember taking the most rigorous classes of my life, such as AP Physics, Digital Engineering, but I always knew I was good at math and science, but I also knew that it wasn't going to be easy. It was going to be a challenge that I wasn't going to back down from. During physics class, I recall leaving physics class with a headache, having to memorize so many formulas, but most importantly, I remember my physics teacher, Dr. K, who was always saying, "I want more from you, Pierre," even when my best was given. Every day, those words continued to have a major impact on me. He saw a Pierre that could go beyond to achieve greatness. I knew if I was going to the STEM field, I was going to pass this class with a grade that proved to Dr. K that he wasn't wrong about me. All it took was some hard work. So thank you, Dr. K, for believing in me when I didn't believe in myself. As we are preparing to take on this journey called life, I will strongly advise every single one of you to first discover your why and discover your passion or gift. Second, to persevere through all obstacles and adversities. Third, do more than the bare minimum. Multiply your efforts. Fourth, to always, and I mean always, surround yourself with the like-minded people with the same vision and ambition. And at last, to dream big and shoot for the moon, because the sky's your only limit. And these are the secrets to success. I would love to take the time to thank my beautiful aunt for raising a young man with class. I want to thank Mr. Holland, Chief Warrant Officer, for being great mentors who provided me with pure guidance and always there to motivate me whenever things get tough. Thank you, Ms. Dayton, for helping me improve my writing skills. Thank you, Ms. Johnson and Mr. Lawler, for teaching me to think critically and expand my mind when it comes to math. Thank you, Ms. Dumler and Mr. Myers, for not having a boring class. And thank you to all, and I mean all other staff members, who helped guide me on my journey here today. I believe that every great warrior, such as yourselves, learn how to endure and overcome the adversities of life. What will you all do? What will you sacrifice? Is your why big enough? We started here as warriors with perseverance. We are now leaving as warriors who will later take on this world. Once a warrior, always a warrior, and together we will conquer.
Thank you, Pierre. At this time, I would ask that the senior members of the concert choir take their places with the choir as they prepare for their performance. Please enjoy listening to our concert choir under the direction of Dr. Douglas Logan as they perform the selection, "I Need You to Survive" by Hezekiah Walker. Thank you, Dr. Logan and the choir for that beautiful selection. As Pierre mentioned, once a warrior, always a warrior. It is my honor and pleasure to welcome to the podium our very own Woodlawn Warrior alum, the Baltimore County Schools Interim Superintendent, Ms. Verlita White.
So good afternoon. Well, this is a great afternoon, so let's try that again. Good afternoon. I know that's right, always a warrior. Let me have all of the past warriors, those who graduated like I did from Woodlawn High School. Would you please stand in the audience? Let's see where you are. Thank you. Absolutely, once a warrior, always a warrior. It is an honor and a pleasure to be here with you this afternoon. Don't our graduates look amazing? For all of our graduates, one thing I want you to know, and one thing I learned along the way when I was sitting in your seat in 1985. I know, woo, I know. Pray for me. But one thing that I've learned is that you don't get through this life alone. You need the love and the encouragement and the support of those, your friends, your family, your loved ones, those who prayed for you, those who sacrificed for you. So for all of our graduates, I would love for you to stand and thank your parents and friends and loved ones for all that they've done to support you. Thank you. And along the way, another thing that I have learned along the way is that effective teaching and learning has happened for you K to 12. You didn't get here by happenstance. You've had the benefit of effective instruction all the way along the way. So your teachers who had early mornings and late nights, who spent weekends planning for you, making sure that you were on the right track. So let's take some time, and I'd like to ask the administrators, teachers, and faculty members, staff members, to please stand to be recognized so that we can celebrate you. Thank you. This is what we mean by graduating college and career ready, and I have to say, it's a point of personal privilege. It is a beautiful sight to see right now as many males graduating as females in this auditorium. Beautiful. Let's take a minute to thank Principal A for her leadership in that regard. This is what we mean by college and career ready, that you are graduating, many of you are graduating today, not only with a diploma, but also with a resume. You are graduating today with what we call a gift with purchase. Many times you'll go to a department store, you'll go to the perfume or cologne counter, and they will give you a gift with your purchase, something extra. Many of you are graduating today with that something extra. You have college credits already. Many of you are proficient in a second language. Many of you have skills that will help you as you go to college, into the military, or in the workforce. For instance, if you have taken AP courses or dual enrollment courses and you already have college credits under your belt, please stand so that we can celebrate you. Excellent. If today you are graduating and you have taken CTE courses and you are working toward industry credential or certification, please stand so that we can celebrate you. If you are graduating today and you participated in the AVID program and you have resume building skills, organizational skills, please stand so that we can celebrate you. And the list could go on and on and on because, again, we are graduating our seniors today not only with a diploma, but also with a resume. You know, one thing I've learned from our young people is that they don't just want to compete with others for jobs around the globe. They want to give back. That's why I'm encouraged by our young people, all of you who are sitting here today. Today, you will be able to deem success for yourselves by contributing, giving back to your neighborhood, giving back to your county, giving back to your country. And so we celebrate you today. You know, the late, great Dr. Maya Angelou said she defined success as liking yourselves, liking what you do, and liking how you do it. Class of 2018 and my beautiful warriors, I wish you all the success in the world. Congratulations.
Thank you, Ms. White. Representing our Woodlawn faculty and staff, I would like to introduce to you our very own principal, Ms. Georgina A.
Look at all that red and black. 330 dedicated warriors who didn't stop until they got to the finish line. So I'm gonna deliver my speech in your language using my handheld device that you are also attached to. Today, my dear warriors, we will add to your timeline, your newsfeed, and create another great memory that will last a lifetime. Let me begin with the status update that the Warrior Class of 2018 graduates has been and will continue to be muy caliente, on fire, or as you love to say, lit. I can say with the utmost certainty, there'll be no dragging today when it comes time to walk across this stage. Because we'll be celebrating you and your warrior pride. Your generation can research the answers online, airdrop a video in a minute, go live on the scene, self-diagnose medical symptoms, e-trade stocks in a second, never loot, never get lost using Waze, Snapchat with a filter to ensure your profiles are on fleek, and essentially capture anything around you with a touch of your thumbs. But you can't Google to find what's in your heart. The passion that lifts you skyward, the fire that burns in your hearts and minds that will breed success for you in your future. I would like to think our graduates began this discovery within the walls and halls of Woodlawn High School. Class of 2018, allow me to give you a few of my status updates that will forever pop up on my timeline, that I'll retweet and I will never allow to snap fade. Status update 1, amongst you sit the future entrepreneurs, engineers, dietitians, child care workers, graphic designers, computer programmers, actors, military service men and women, teachers, lawyers, poets, writers, cooks, accountants, hospitality managers, musicians, and artists, all because of careers, pathways, and coursework that you took inside of Woodlawn High School. Status update 2, together, you have acquired the highest SAT scores and GPA in Woodlawn High School history. Your AP enrollment and participation has increased by 150%. And in turn, you have earned $6 million in grants and scholarships to go start the next chapter of your lives. All due to your hard work and your teachers' support, counselor support, administrators and staff's dedication to making sure that you have an excellent future. Status update 3. The class of 2018 has confirmed that every graduate here today has a plan of action when they leave Woodlawn High School. Trade school, military, art school, 2- and 4-year colleges, universities, and students, some are going straight into the workforce to use that CTE certification. All due, once again, to the hard work that you obtained and the support you obtained at Woodlawn High School. Status update 4. The class of 2018 could never have done this without the love, dedication, and commitment of their parents, guardians, and the caring adults in their lives. We thank you for supporting us and supporting them, because today we celebrate. When I came here, I talked about changing the narrative of Woodlawn High School. This is the narrative of Woodlawn High School. This is what the Warrior alumni do. This is the story that needs to be told. You are the students that are writing it. This is the success, and you, my dear Warriors, are the future. So please go and post this, snap that, like it, share it, retweet it, because you, my dear Warriors, have changed the narrative. And in one brief moment, whether you choose to walk, glide, run, or slide, we're going to get ready to do this, Warriors. Mr. Stewart, it is my privilege to certify that each of the seniors has met the requirements to be awarded a high school diploma or certificate as conferred by the Board of Education of Baltimore County and the state of Maryland. I will now invite Mr. Nicholas Stewart, Esquire, up to the podium for the final confirmation.
All right, so before we slide, I just have 30 seconds for you. Class of 2018, on this inflection moment in your lives, I have one thought. It's this: do not wait to get going in this life. No doubt your next steps will be thoughtful and deliberative and full of patience, we hope, and that's good. But remember, we need you in the here and right now. In a time and place that's really often unfair, when people see despair over hope, we are blessed with the remedy, and that is you all and your works. This world is far more changeable than you think if you only just try. It's because of your effort and your ideas, your innovation, the innovation of this generation, that we can, as Robert Kennedy said, make more gentle the life of this world. It's up to you. Thank you for your work in that endeavor. All right, conferring statement. As a member of the Baltimore County Board of Education, I certify that these seniors have met all the requirements set forth by Baltimore County Public Schools and the state of Maryland. By the power vested in me, I hereby declare the class of 2018 to be graduates of Baltimore County Public High Schools. Congratulations.
At this time, we will begin to confer diplomas. Right here is good. Simone Boykin. Yasmin Day. Litzy Alvarado.
Zion Brown.
Carlene Clifford.
Christian Arms. William Conaway.
Shanice Davy. Michaela Vincent.
Kevin Keith.
Anna Rivera.
Christopher Sadler.
Ebony Neal. Altalia Brown. Surprise Johnson. Joanna Collins. Song Zhang. Heather Abbasi. Aisha Adagoon. Amira Adrid. Gabrielle Aguirre. Erica Anderson. Maris Elizabeth Arvin Young. Kiera Ashley. Bronche Ballantyne. Okia Barnes. Gabrielle Barrett. Destiny Batty. Ikira Bias. Amaya Blanding. Daisy Bonilla Torres. Destiny Boulware. De'Ara Boyd. Malaya Brockington. Taylor Brooks. Diamond Brown. Lachey Brown. Keontae Brunson. Phoenix Burton. Kiera Carter. Ayana Clark. Kamaya Kaki. TJ Cooper. Diavion Davis. Isabel Day. Jamia Day. Brianna Demby. Aya Abdel Qatar Diab. Carla Dimas Cruz. Ayana Donaldson. Maya Dorsey. Cree Duhaney. Talia Edwards. Tamia Ellerby. Jalea Elliott. Deja Farmer. Amani Ford. Tyera Fallard. Shania Gilbert. Imani Goodman. Tylea Gordon. Deja Gorham. Kiana Green. Arden Green. Zanaya Griffin. Claudia Guevara. Kayasia Harper. Nakaya Harris. Tayana Haskins. Morgan Hatch. Sarah Hawkins. Casimir Hines. Simran Hussein. Cassidy Jennings. Tiana Jennings. Dejana Johnson. Samara Johnson. Janae Jones. Alexis Jordan. Faith Kaiser. Brene Kellum. Shamaya Kendall. Kayla Lee. Maya Lennon. Tayana Love. Deshae Mariano. Anasia Mars. Kyra Martin. China McCoy. Kayla Mahia Correas. Rejane Melton. Mabi Morka. India Nasheed. Carisha Newman. Mahira Niazi. Jasmine Owens. Paris Pinkett. Aaliyah Pillard. Matea Kwamina Jones. Kayla Ragler. Faith Rawlings. Nancy Reyes Gonzalez. Cynthia Rodriguez Marquez. Jazz Naya Royster. Maya Selden. Onas Shah. Kayla Sherrod. Sharnae Simmons. Destiny Smith. Jakayla Smith. Jayla Smith. Abria Smith Johnson. Denise Stanley. Jada Staten. Azaria Stokes. Karan Tariq Stiff. Sade Sullivan. Ariel Talbert. Olajumoke Alawasimi Tafase. Diamond Towns. Tierra Tripp. Alexis Valentine. Doris Viche Ventura. Evelyn Viche Ventura. Yanira Viche Ventura. Kayla Walker. Shamira Ward. Autumn White. Ashley Wilson. Shakira Wilson. De'Ara Wilson. Tyler Wilson. Tayer Yim. Bisan Zagab. Siani Brown. Cheyenne Barney. Kaya Smith. Pierre St. Louis. Charles Demery. Raven Horsey. Leah Wiley. Zishan Hussein. Dana Gibson.
Thought we were doing them over there, sorry. Joel Yartel. Malik Aiken. Aaron Akins. Timoteo Akagan. Brian Alexander. Ayman El-Gadari. Abdullah Al-Harat. Mohammed Rafi Ali. Marcus Eileen. Malachi Alvarez. Christian Amaya. Raymond Anderson. Ahmed Ansari. Francisco Ayala. Jonathan Noel Ayala. Sharif Dean Bakar. Javier Berea Hernandez. Trevor Baxter. Kobe Baylor. Frederick Bennett III. Craig Bethea. Kevin Bobo. Akeem Booker. Caleb Boston. Mark Brinkley. Tarvis Briscoe Jr. Nathaniel Brooks. AJ Brown. DeAndre Brown. Kevin Brown. Luke Brown. Marlon Brown. Maxie Brown. Anthony Burwell. Christopher Calvert. Jerome Capo. Jacinto Ernesto Cito Matom. Kayvon Chapman. Jonathan Cole. Mark Kolabali. Justin Crosby. Ethan Curry. John Henry Davis III. Keyshawn Delane. Donnell Diggs. Raymont Diggs. Joseph Dorsey. Tyson Michael Douglas. Shamar Dunkley. Aaron Duran Jr. Mo Al-Tahir. Jeremiah Estrada. Oluwatosin Falusi. Mohammed Zain Faroukwi. Keith Felton Jr. Daniel Flores. Philip Fulcher III. William Fulcher. Joel Fuller. Rashad Garrison. Jordan Goff. Karan Green. Jordan Gregory. Walter Griffin III. Jalen Hall. Corey LeVar Harris. Joel Malik Harris. Trey Hartsfield. Elmer Enrique Mejias. Jayon Hilton. Tremaine Hodges. Deshaun Hook. Jordan Hudson, Jason Ivey, Jamal Jacobs, Cameron Johnson, Damian Johnson, Damon Johnson II, James Johnson, Jermaine Malik Johnson, Samuel Johnson II, Zion Michael Johnson, Damari Jones Warren, Nathan Kelly, Athar Khan, Olawale Kusimo, Michael Lay Jr., Darius Loney, Jalen McCall, Isaiah Marshall, Miguel Marshall, Johnny McKay, Daryl McKenzie, George Mejia Correas, Francis Mejia Duarte, Enos Melvin, Jason Mercado, Martez Miller, Esteban Morales, Nolan Morris, Nelson Navidad, Jarek Norris, Kelechukwu Okedi, Daniel Ohm, Christopher Owens II, Dion Parker, Jason Pindell, Karan Pointer, Eli Price, Shaquem Price, Marquise Reagan, Justice Ramsey, Bashif Michael Ravenel Jr., Reginald Ray III, Muhit Rehan, Nigel Red, Ryan Rivera Cruz, Jonathan Robinson, Christian Rocha, Jabari Romaine, Lamont Ryan Roy Jr., George Segunda, Quan Schuler, Draquan Smith, Rashad Smith, Ernest Soden IV, Trayvon Spain, Antonio Staton, Dion Taylor, Grant Thomas, Kobe Thomas, Tariq Thomas, Andre Thompson, Daquan Thompson, Maurice Thompson, Micah Toyer, Salia Traor, Isaiah Trice, DeAndre Turnipseed, Elias Samuel Vargas Martinez, Nyada Waddell, Justin Westmoreland, Robert White Jr., Christopher Williams, Franklin Williams Jr., Aaron Wilson, Gary Wilson, Gregory Woodward Brown, Justin Wright, and Jesse Webster.
In following many wonderful graduation traditions, Class of 2018 Class President Leah Wiley will now lead you through the turning of the rings and moving of the tassel. Ms. Wiley, please come forward.
In my final duty as President of Class of 2018, we will now complete the ceremonial tradition, taking us from high school students to graduates. Please stand and move your tassels from right to left. Congratulations, Woodlawn High School graduates of 2018. Graduates, please rise as the concert choir graduates, faculty, and staff sing the Woodlawn High School alma mater.
Thank you for your attendance at our commencement ceremony. Please be reminded that your graduates will meet you outside of the arena after the ceremony. Please remain in your seats until the entire graduating class has recessed from the arena. Following the graduation, please be sure to complete all of your pictures by 4:30 to allow arena staff to prepare for the next graduation. Congratulations once again to Woodlawn High School's class of 2018.